What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the Thunderdome. Chase here, your fantastic host for the day. We've got an all-star cast of stocks to talk about with big catalysts for big gains, so let's dive right in. So I've titled this video the 100% crew. The reason I say that is because all of the stocks we're going to talk about have the capability of hitting 100% or more and have already done that. And we'll discuss that here shortly. But first, we're going to talk about dvlp and what an absolute monster that thing has been. We kind of mentioned it here. Even if you added anywhere between 0.003, 0.005, you hit over 100%. So as I said, the opportunities there, you can see here that the OTC volume is actually up considerably. We average around 2 billion since it's kind of tapered off, but to have 2.7, it's pretty incredible. So I like the way things are trending, and that's why I call it multi-May. There's so many stocks with catalysts that, just throw a dart. But as you can see here, dvlp, they said there would be an update at the end of the week, and they crushed it. They're planning 5 acquisitions this year, 100 million revenue. There's going to be a roadmap out next week. You really can't get better than that. That's exactly what you want from, an OTC stock is communication, high revenue, multiple acquisitions, enough that's going to keep the gas in the tank, for great things. And the same thing, we had PRCX, buy the flush, broke a penny. We had multiple 100% runners last week. So, the opportunity is there. You just have to look out for it, understand what the catalysts are, understand the volume and what's going forward. But today is going to be an exciting one as we have a lot to cover. And they're all within, nice share structure stocks too. So let's go ahead and jump into the next one. So first up today, we have Sysx, which is, I call it Sysx. This made one of the most amazing moves I've ever seen. From double zeros over 10 cents within days. Just incredible. It made a lot of people very happy. But looking here on the chart, it is starting to cool down. And this is when I like to grab it. If you miss the initial run, you can kind of wait a little bit, maybe trade it, what have you. But as you can see, 8MA right here around 0.5. So that might be a good place to add because they've detailed in their latest press release on May 5th, as far as their asset sale. So Sysx continues to work towards the closing the transaction with Ostendo outlined in the heads of terms on March 24th, yada, yada, yada. And the company is principally selling its upstate New York data center and approximately 75% of its GPU-based capacity currently being utilized for Ethereum mining in exchange for nearly $70 million in book value equity. So all great, all fantastic. It's supposed to close May 24th, so I'm expecting this to continue climbing back up after it consolidates. They've just, you really have to go through and read the last 2 press releases about what they do, the government contracts, GWAC, and so forth. But like I said, I'm not going to go through and read them all to you, but this could easily head back over a dime within a day. One PR drops, gone, So we'll go up here, as you can see with the share structure, 31 mil market cap. They're going to have 70 mil in assets. So it's something to definitely watch, keep on your radar as, it might make a big move here soon. And then this one I'm kind of excited about. So this one is Nich. Nich is for my people. So NICH, and I've played this one, several times. So as you can see here on this chart, I actually was one of the original people in this stock, back in the 05, 06 range, when nobody really cared about it. And it made just a fantastic run, all the way up to almost $1 in the 70s. Couldn't beat it. Everybody loved it, fist pumping, just having a great time. And then, they had some stuff come out and it tapered down, kind of consolidate around this area around 10. Then they had some more news come out. Hey, we're going to cancel 80% of our outstanding shares. Whoop, right back up. So this thing can move very thin and very quick. Gorgeous share structure, which I've put up here, as far as the market cap, a couple $1 million. But the exciting thing is they have multiple PRs getting ready to come out. A lot of it have to do with brand ambassadors, which they said might even be bringing on some celebrities. But they have a lot in the works. They canceled out a bunch of debt, and all it takes is a sneeze, and this thing moves. As you can see, the float says 4 million. It's not. It's probably between 16 and 17. I always go by DTC or maybe the unrestricted. But Now, it actually went down into the threes on Friday, and I had noted that I was like, wow, I'll take some of those. And then it's slowly started to climb up, and closed up around over 5. But like I said, this thing can move at any point, and I'm expecting it to, because once a PR comes out, even the first second, it's going to get accumulated, and if it's big enough, it's going to push it hard. I'm expecting over 10, could make another move to 20 or 30s depending on what's coming. So it's definitely something to keep on your radar, especially because it can move so quick. So I like to accumulate stocks like this until the news comes, and then once a news hits, go ahead and slap it out of the gate and get her going. But I like this one. I think I'm going to keep adding. If it does dip 04, 05, I think is a great add. Easily 100% on the next set of news. But of course, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own due diligence. Yada, yada, yada. All right, so next one, we have argq. So this one, same thing. I love stocks under a 10 mil cap because I think they can move easy. They have good share structures. As you can see, 359 mil held at DTC. And, looking at the chart here, the past 2 news events that they've had, whether it was the takeover, the merger, or what have you, popped it up over 013, boom, popped it up again, 012. So now that we're at 006, the company hasn't even started. And I remember this company, it's the data source. So they were taking over this old shell, which is CLHI. And this thing got pushed to $2. It was a low float, but even so, it was just incredible to watch. So the fact that the original shell got pushed over 2, this company loves to push out news. And as you can see here that I put up on this screen, they're increasing their customer base significantly. So I'm anticipating multiple PRs. And as you can see here, they said they have some paperwork to get through and so forth. So it's consolidating in this area right here, the 200 MA, and it has, wicked below 005 range, but I think 005, 006 is the primo place to add and wait. Now, it is somewhat risky because they could announce a reverse split. There's been a lot of people asking them, hey, are you doing a reverse split? Are you doing? And they haven't answered yet. So I think they're going to have an official press release announcing everybody's questions once the transaction is full and complete. But what's exciting is the CEO updated last night, during market close, on OTCM profile. So things are definitely in the works, definitely moving. And, all it takes one PR in this share structure and it's running fast. So I'm expecting them to get their fist pumping this year, but, we'll definitely see. So with that little risk reward section, we'll see. And that's kind of why people are hesitant now. The reason it's down here is because they don't know. If they had announced no reverse split, it'd already be over a penny. This thing can really, really move in quick. So keep an eye on it. Last one, which we're not going to talk about today, just because I want to go through and see their Zoom meeting May 11th. But energyfinders right here. I've gone through, a couple people's due diligence package, and it doesn't look like an OTC stock to me. The amount of, work they're putting in and IPs and, everything they want to accomplish kind of reminds me of that old ALP type run, ALPP. So I want to watch this, and then I'm going to put together a video on everything they've been accumulating and everything they've been doing, because this one, might see 10 times current levels, heading into the next year. So it's a little bit more of a longer play, but, I want to show you guys everything that they're encompassing. So, it should be a good one. And then one of my next videos next week is, a lot of people are saying, hey, I don't know how to read level 2. So I'm going to put out a video on how to read level 2 for, OTC stocks, because OTC is really retail driven. So, you can read a chart all day long. I like to look at the chart afterwards so you can see what's happening, but I don't think you need to read, an OTC chart during the day. Like, it's just unnecessary. But level 2 is an absolute must. If you're not using level 2 to see where the bid, ask, what kind of pressure is coming on, where it's moving, where it's going, I think that's important. So I'm going to detail a few different types of level 2, as far as the ask, the bid, and so forth, just to help new traders out. So if that's something you'd be interested in, make sure you comment down below, and then I could fine tune it, put some other things in there. But yeah, make sure you subscribe. Excited for all these stocks. I think they're eventually going to move really quick. So keep your eye on them. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys next time.